So part of the role of the Red Arrows is not just PR in the UK, it's about diplomatic liaisons and engagement overseas, waving the UK PLC flag. And in my time on the Red Arrows, that involved tours out to the Middle East and the Far East. So the usual Far East display was Langkawi, so a beautiful island off the coast of Malaysia. But on the way there, you can do tours through Dubai, the Dubai Air Show mainly, but then also out through India and do some defence engagement in those kind of places. When I was on the team first time, we went out to the States. So that was when we went out to Toronto to go and do the Toronto Air Show. That in itself is a very demanding trip to do, as 11 aircraft going across with some spares. We can't do in-flight refueling with these kind of aircraft, so you have to do small hops. So it means you have to go via Greenland, and the weather up there can be pretty unpredictable. Mm-hmm. There's nowhere else to land, so if something happens on the runway, you have to land at that place or eject. And so it brings with it a whole level of concerns and planning over getting there that you don't normally have. Yeah. And then when I was leader as well, I was fortunate enough once again to go out to the Far East and again across to the States. This time we went to Quebec and down to New York and did a display in front of the Statue of Liberty, which was pretty amazing. So and nowadays the Red Arrows have taken this defence, or the Air Force has taken this defence engagement even further. So last year they went out to China and engaged with not millions of people but billions of people as part of UK trade, investment, Great Britain PLC campaigns. And so the Red Arrows are not just an asset to the Air Force here, they're a national asset as well, and they're being used that way finally, which I think is a really good thing.
Yeah. So going back to USA, how did the American public see you, and how did the other team see you as well?
The other team, so when I was leading the Red Arrows, we went to Quebec, so it was the 400th celebrations of Quebec. So at that display, the Snowbirds were there, which are the Canadian display team, the American Thunderbirds, the Air Force team, and the Blue Angels, the US Navy team. So there was a bit of competitiveness, if you like, but we all went flying with each other and some practices. I was fortunate enough to go flying in the back seat of one of the Blue Angels F-18s, which they do things, a lot of it's the same, but some of it's different. So there was this kind of cross-fertilisation of knowledge and ideas. It's not really competitive though, because I would imagine most Canadians are going to think the Snowbirds are the best, and Brits will think that Red Arrows are the best, and likewise. So it's not that competitive, but of course the pressure is on. Doing a display in front of 500,000 people at Southport or somewhere is easy. Doing a display where you've got another professional display team watching you, that's the display that you want to get right. So there's this professional pride that the whole team has, and you try to, if it's possible, up your game a little bit. In terms of how the American public take it, they're just whooping and roaring and high-fiving. They love the fact that we have colour coming out the back of our jets, because all of their display teams just have white smoke. So the fact that we have red, white and blue, of course they thought it was for them, until we reminded them that it's not, it's for us. And the displays that we do is very different from certainly the American display teams. Yeah. So it's similar to the Snowbirds, but they're more of they are a demonstration team, but they fly frontline fast jets, whereas we do more of an aerobatic display, certainly the second half of the display. So that's something that they hadn't really seen before. Yeah. And perhaps one of the highlights of that tour was we did a display just downstream over the Hudson River for the financial district at Wall Street. That was what it was there for. ICAP sponsored it. And after that I said, can I go and do a fly past of the Statue of Liberty with red, white and blue smoke? And I managed to, in the end, get permission from the First Deputy Mayor, from the FAA, from the Harbour Master, from the airport owner at Newark, JFK and LaGuardia. And it was one of the highlights of my career. The thing I've ever done is leading the Red Arrows, red, white and blue smoke, past the Statue of Liberty at 300 feet, thinking, I'm sure I should be arrested for doing this. But we didn't. We did another photo shoot on the way back and got some great pictures and great memories.
It's burnt in your brain now, I think.
Yeah, it's great.